There is a village that does not appear on most maps. Not because it's hidden, but because people who visit rarely stay long enough to remember it. The locals call it Erelu, and for over a century, one rule has kept the village alive. When the moon is full, no one must be outside. Because every full moon, someone disappears. No struggle, no blood, no body. Just an empty space where a human being used to exist. Tonight, I'll tell you what happens in Erelu, and why the villagers stopped calling it a mystery and started calling it a dat. In Erelu, children are taught the rule before they learn to read. On full moon nights, doors are locked from the inside, windows are covered, fires are extinguished, and no one says anyone's name aloud. Because the elders believe the moon listens. At exactly midnight, the village becomes silent. Not the peaceful kind of silence, the kind that feels alert, as if something is waiting. And every month, without fail, the silence is broken not by screams, but by absence. The oldest recorded disappearance was a woman named Amara. She was a midwife, loved, respected. On a full moon night, Amara stepped outside her hut to retrieve a forgotten cloth. She never came back. At dawn, her footprints stopped abruptly in the middle of the dirt path. No drag marks, no struggle, no signs of violence. Just two bare feet, ending as if she had been lifted straight into the air. That morning, the elders met, and instead of searching for Amara, they erased her name from the village records, as if she had never existed. Over the years, the disappearances continued. Always one person, always during the full moon. Always someone who had recently broken a rule. A man who stayed out till late. A woman who spoke forbidden words. A child who followed the moonlight. Strangers vanished first. Then villagers. Then elders. And something terrifying became clear. The moon never took randomly. It took what was owed. Years later, a traveling schoolteacher named Jonah arrived in Erelu. He noticed the fear, the boarded windows, the way people avoided the sky. On the night of a full moon, Jonah confronted the village elder, and the elder finally spoke. Long ago, when the village was starving, they made a pact. They begged the night for survival, and something answered. The crops grew, the rivers returned, the village thrived. But the price was simple. One soul, every full moon, not a sacrifice chosen by people, but one claimed. The elder leaned closer and whispered, "It is not the moon that comes for us. It only opens the door. What takes the villagers does not kill. It removes, erasing people so completely that even memories decay. That's why photographs fade. Why names feel heavy to speak. Why grief feels incomplete. The village survives because the debt is paid, and the debt cannot stop." Jonah didn't believe them. On the next full moon, he stayed awake. At midnight, the air changed. The moonlight thickened like fog made of silver, and Jonah saw it. Not a creature, not a spirit, but a gap in reality, moving slowly through the village. Where it passed, sound died. When it reached a house, the door opened by itself. And when it left, the house was still there, but the person inside was gone. Jonah ran before dawn. By morning, the villagers felt something strange. The debt had been paid, but no one remembered who was taken. Today, Erelu still exists, and every full moon someone, somewhere, feels the sudden loss of something they can't explain. A face they can't picture, a name they can't remember, a space in their life that feels wrong. Because some villages don't disappear. They survive by letting others vanish. And if you've ever felt watched under a full moon, it may not be the moon at all. It may be counting.